Hi, this lesson is for upper intermediate students. If you like this video and the idea of this video, you can put a like and support it. Okay, what are we going to talk about in the first lesson? It's about phrasal verbs and how to use them in real speech. Right, it's very important. Okay, and you can see the following task. So you can see different verbs: continue, stop, increase, decrease, solve. And you need to think of what phrasal verbs can mean the same. Right, absolutely. So I'm sure that you know how to use the verb continue in a sentence. For example, I want to continue. I want to continue doing it. I want to continue doing it. It's easy. I think it's easy to use all these words in a sentences. The thing is that if you really want to use phrasal verbs in real speech, you need to understand what phrasal verbs mean. For example, what phrasal verb can mean continue? Right. Go on. So you can say I want to continue doing it, or I want to go on doing it. I want to go on doing it. I want to go on doing it. The thing is that when you study phrasal verbs, it's better not just to translate them, but to be able to explain their meaning in English. So it will be easier for you to use them in real speech. I want to go on doing it. It means to continue doing it. Okay, the next verb is stop. Stop. So what examples can you, for example, make up with this word stop? For example, I stopped, or he stopped. He stopped smoking. He stopped smoking. Right? If you say it like this, what English level you might have? I think not so high, about elementary, pre-intermediate, but not upper intermediate. If you really want to have an upper intermediate level, you need to use, more advanced vocabulary in your speech. And this sentence is no exception. So he stopped smoking. So you could use such a phrasal verb as give up. Give up. Right. Absolutely. Give up. Give up. So he stopped smoking, or he gave up smoking. He gave up drinking alcohol, or something like this. Increase and decrease. I think these words are familiar to you. Increase and decrease. For example, his income increased. Does it mean it's higher or lower? Right, it's higher. But you could also say his income went up. Went up. So there is a phrasal verb and it means go up. His income, you see, his income went up. His income went up. So the same thing is in the next sentence. For example, his salary or his income. Income, it's the money he gets. So his income decreased. His income decreased, or his income went down. Is the opposite phrase. Is the opposite phrase. And one more very important verb, solve. Okay, so I think we'll be able. So you know that if we are talking about present, we use can, and if we are talking about future, we use the structure will be able to. So I think we'll be able to solve this problem. To solve this problem. I think we'll be able to solve this problem. Yeah, that's a nice phrase. Solve this problem. I think it's mostly suitable for intermediate students. But if you want, to make your speech more advanced, you should think about some phrasal verbs. So what phrasal verb can you use instead of this phrase? solve, instead of this word solve, sort out. I think we'll be able to sort out. So they have actually almost the same meaning. To solve this problem or sort out. Or sort out this problem. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Okay, so let's actually repeat all the sentences, but we'll just, we'll be using just phrasal verbs. I want to go on doing, but what? To go on doing it. I want to go on doing it. He gave up smoking. His income went up. His income went down. I think we'll be able to sort out this problem. And you can make up your own sentences with these phrasal verbs. It will be a great practice. Okay, but that's not all. Let's go on anyway. Okay, postpone. Another phrasal verb for postpone. For example, I'm not sure that you know the meaning of this word postpone. For example, we aren't ready. We aren't ready. We aren't ready to take a decision right now. Let's postpone it. We aren't ready to take a decision right now. Or we'd like to postpone it. Postpone it means to do it later, Yeah, but I mean the phrasal verbs which means almost the same is put off. We'd like to put it off. Right, we could also say let's put it off. Let's put it off. Let's put it off. Let's put it off, or we'd like to put it off. We'd like to put it off. We'd like to put it off. Okay, so we use these phrasal verbs, in our speech quite often. Next, cancel. For example, he cancelled our meeting. He cancelled our meeting. So it was, for example, in our plans, and so it means that we don't need to meet because he cancelled our meeting. Actually, he called off our meeting. He called off our meeting. So it was in our plans, but then he changed his mind. Okay, quarrel. Yeah, quarrel. So they often quarrel. So what does it mean if we say they often quarrel? So they often, it means they often fall out. They often fall out. So it means that they can shout, they can disagree with each other and things like this. So this life isn't normal. So they often disagree. They often disagree with each other. They can shout. And it means that they live in disagreement. They often live in disagreement when they don't agree with each other, so they fall out. That they often quarrel, but you can say they often fall out. And the next phrase, and the next verb, respect. Disagreement. Respect. So I respect to my boss. For example, I respect to my boss. He has achieved a lot in life. He has achieved a lot in life. I respect to my boss. He has achieved a lot in life. Or we can say I look up to my boss. I look up to my boss. He has achieved a lot in life. Yeah, well done. So, okay, let's revise everything. Okay, right, let's continue. And some more phrasal verbs which you should know for this level. So, first of all, let's look at the words. Verbs recover, delay, compensate, criticize, and become an adult. So, what phrasal verbs can mean the same? Recover. For example, I hope you'll recover soon. I hope you'll recover soon. I hope you'll recover soon. It means that I hope you'll feel better soon. I hope you'll feel better soon after illness. So I hope you'll recover soon. We can say get over. Right, get over. Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I hope you'll get over soon. Delay. Delay. For example, it delayed me. It delayed me. Yeah, or I was delayed. I was delayed in a traffic jam. I was delayed in a traffic jam. So it took me more time than I had expected. I was delayed in a traffic jam. I was delayed in a traffic jam. It means I was held up. I was held up. Held up. So, such a nice phrasal verb. Compensate. Compensate. Who can compensate? Who can compensate his losses? His losses. His losses. So something which he's lost. Who can compensate his losses? Losses. Or who can make up? Who can make up? Who can make up? Who can make up for his losses? His losses. You know that the phrasal verb make up can have several meanings. For example, make up a story. I made up a very interesting story. And make up for, phrasal verb make up for has another meaning. Criticize. Criticize. He was criticized. He was criticized. He was criticized. He got lots of criticism. Or we can say he was told off. He was told off. And actually, a very interesting phrase, become an adult. So I want to say I became an adult. I became an adult. I know that lots of students say I grew, but in fact that's wrong. That's wrong. You know, when we are talking, about people, we don't say just I grew. We say I grew up. Only this way. We grow vegetables. We can grow fruit, potatoes, carrots. But I grew up. So if you became an adult, you can say I grew up. I grew up. I grew up in a big city. I grew up in a small town. I grew up on a farm, and so on. So we studied very important phrasal verbs which you can use in your speech. I think it will help you a lot, and we'll continue learning phrasal verbs, and not just like this. Think lots of other useful stuff. Okay, so I hope you'll recover soon. I hope you'll get over soon. I was delayed in a traffic jam. I was held up in traffic jam. Who can compensate his losses? Who can make up for his losses? He was criticized. He was told off. I became an adult. I grew up. Okay, let's revise everything. So we'll be actually using phrasal verbs in our speech. I want to go on doing it. He gave up smoking. His income went up. His income went down. I think we'll be able to sort out this problem. Okay, we aren't ready to take a decision. Right now we'd like to put it off, or let's put it off. He cancelled our meeting, or he called off our meeting. They often fall out, so they often disagree with each other. They can shout and they live in disagreement. I respect my boss. Okay, sorry for my misprint because I was thinking about actually look up to, and so surely I respect my boss. He has achieved a lot in life. I look up to my boss. Yeah, we say I respect someone, for example, or I look up to someone. He has achieved a lot in life. Next, I hope you'll recover soon. I hope you'll get over soon. I was delayed in a traffic jam. I was held up in a traffic jam. Who can compensate his losses? Who can make up for his losses? He was criticized. He was told off. I became an adult. I grew up. Okay, thanks for attention. See you soon. Bye.